Hi all, welcome to Amazon Labs. I hope all of you are doing well. In today's session, I want to discuss about product lifecycle. So without much of a delay, let's quickly begin today's connect. Let's understand this, guys. Every product is different and every product has got a life cycle. Being said that, I have broken down the entire journey into 5 phases. The first phase is introduction phase, and then you have the growth phase, and then you have maturity, and then you have decline, and then you also have product extension. Let's start with the introduction phase. So this is the point in time where you just launch your product on the platform and you do not have any social proof, as in you do not have any reviews, you do not have any ratings, you are not ranked on any of the keywords. This is your entry point into the market. You're just trying to make a couple of sales and gain some momentum. Generally, the first 60 to 90 days of time is considered to be as an honeymoon period on Amazon. Why? Because you have launched a new product on the platform. Now Amazon would naturally try to place your product on as many placements as possible and get you that visibility in order to test if you really have a winning product or not. And it is very important for you to make the most out of this honeymoon period and then make as many sales as possible and send positive signals to Amazon. Now here is the thing, the time it takes to transition from introduction phase to growth phase completely depends upon your product. If you have a winning product, it may take just 1 or 2 months. But if you are launching a Me Too product, then it would take forever to transition from introduction phase to growth phase. Right? Generally, introduction phase, as I mentioned, it completely depends upon the quality of your product. If you have a good quality product, then certainly it will not take 6 months of time. But for our understanding purposes, I have mentioned 6 months as a duration to transition from introduction phase to growth phase. Now, what is this growth phase? At this point in time, what is that you are focusing upon? Right? So one of the key metrics for you to transition from introduction phase to growth phase is your tacos. Right? At this point in time, you should know that your tacos is in control. You are breaking even on your sales and you are ready to go after many other keywords. Since your tacos is in control, you can confidently go after remaining keywords and try to get your product indexed on them and gain as much visibility as possible, and then improve your sales. At this point in time, that is when you are in the growth phase, you are also actively working towards gaining as many reviews as possible, get as many ratings as possible, and also parallelly work on your email list, use ManyChat workflows, get customer email IDs. So build all those assets, right? So it's very important that you work on all these aspects parallelly, and it is very important that we don't run out of stock. Let's say you started with 1000 units and then you sold around 500 units during the introduction phase, and then you're progressing on to your growth phase, and then you are out of stock. If that happens, you are in trouble, because whatever momentum you built so far through keyword rankings, all that effort is lost. And when you have your inventory back, you will have to redo this exercise of ranking up your product on important keywords, which is really a pain. Being said that, the time it takes or the duration of growth phase is completely dependent upon several factors. The first one being how well differentiated is your product. Number 2, how credible is your listing in terms of social proof, and then in terms of keyword depth in the market. Keyword depth is nothing but how well are you indexed on your important keywords. Are you within your top 20 organic rankings, or are you within your top 10 organic rankings? So that is what matters. For our understanding purposes, have taken 12 to 18 months of time. In growth phase, you are actively working towards improving your social proof, as in improving your reviews and improving your quality of ratings, and then you are also working towards improving your keyword ranks, and simultaneously you are also trying to improve your net profitability, as in since you are well indexed on important keywords, so there is a scope for you to bump up your price. When you launched your product, since you did not have any reviews or credibility at that point in time, you could have discounted your product in order to create an incentive for customer to come and buy your product. But as you gain credibility in the form of reviews, ratings, ranking, you should also increase your price and also work towards improving your contribution margins. And then we progress on to maturity phase. At this point in time, let's say if you have 200 keywords in your master keyword list, and you got your product indexed on all those 200 keywords, and you don't see much of a keyword width to go after many other keywords. At this point in time, you are actively looking for opportunities, as in you are trying to explore avenues to improve your product's visibility. At this point in time, you may also initiate couple of broad match campaigns, or you may also initiate couple of campaigns focusing upon top of the funnel, as in you may explore sponsored display ads, or you may explore your auto campaigns, you may explore your broad and phrase match campaigns, or you may also test your sponsor brand ads. So basically, you know that all the keywords that you have in your keyword master list, you have exhausted them, you have tested your product on all those keywords, and you also work towards improving your keyword ranks on those keywords, and you don't have any more keywords in your master keyword list. This is where you're going beyond the list that you prepared by exploring discovery campaigns. Now understand one thing, at this point in time your listing has got the highest amount of reviews, the best possible listing credibility, so you are in a position to charge as much as possible. You could be pricing your product much higher than the market median price and then continue to make sales because you have that social proof, you have that credibility. You are in that position to charge higher and make much higher profit. Now you can use that profit to test your broad match campaigns, or to test your discovery campaigns, or to test your sponsored brand ads, or to test your sponsored display ad. You have that scope to test and then get as many incremental sales as possible. After that, it is very common for any product to transition from maturity to decline phase. No matter how many improvements we make, certainly there are people who would certainly copy us or try to bring something similar in the market, and because there are more and more people selling similar kinds of product, so you may have to drop your margins. Otherwise you may not be able to maintain the sales velocity that you had when the product was at maturity phase. So eventually you need to pivot from here. What do I mean by pivot? So that is where we move, or we transition from decline phase to product extension phase. Now you have two objectives to fulfill. Number one, the product that you have, you need to safeguard it. And the second thing is that you as a business need to grow week on week, month on month, year on year. So you need to see how to maintain the growth. The growth can only happen when you think beyond Amazon at this point in time. You may look at channel diversification, as in, let's say if you're making most of your sales on Amazon, why not test out TikTok shop, maybe try Walmart, or try Etsy, or get your own Shopify site and try to get couple of sales. So that is how channel diversification works. And the other important thing which you can do is marketplace expansion. Let's say if you're selling in the USA, check if there is demand in Germany or Japan or Canada or Australia. Just explore the demand for your product on other marketplaces and see if you can release these products in those marketplaces. And the next thing is SKU optimization. What it means is you need to be innovative. If you already have a product, discuss with your suppliers or visit Canton Fair and try to understand what improvements are happening in this niche, and try to be the first one to get those improvements onto the market. Add as many variations as possible and try to give more options to your customers. In that ways you are just making sure that your product is not just declining, rather you are building upon momentum by adding on new product variations which are not available in the market yet. With that, I hope you learned something new today. If that is the case, I request you to subscribe to my channel and also share it with your friends. Have a great day ahead, guys. Goodbye.